Welcome to the True You Show. My name is Alexandra Deubner. I'm a career and life coach from Vienna, Austria, and I'm holding this show actually to help you find your true you and also to create the wonderful life and career that you truly want. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Michele Alva. Hi, Michele.
Hi, Alexandra. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you so much for having me.
We're so happy to have you as well, Michele. So let me first shortly introduce you. So you're the creator of Alva Love Approach. You're a physical therapist with 23 years of experience. You focus on pre and postnatal and women's health and healing. And you also integrate yoga, hypnosis, NLP, sound healing, and actually Tantra for women empowerment, I would say, right?
Yes. And just to clarify, I don't practice physical therapy anymore, but I have a degree in physical therapy, and that actually has been a beautiful blessing to me, but I had to let it go because I'm doing all of these other things, and so I can't, it's no longer just that.
No, so because you have all the other stuff and you're also, you're coaching and you're helping people to get, which I think is the most incredible part, to get from a pain level of 9 out of 10 to 0 after one session, which is just incredible.
Yes, that's the power of us when we actually work integratively, when we work mind, body, soul, vibration, the integration of all the aspects of ourselves. That's what I've discovered. We are powerful.
Yes.
The way that we work with people needs to reflect a way that actually we are, because if we're mostly energy, then a lot more, I think anyone that works with the body, it behooves us to work with our energetic body and our beliefs, because so much our beliefs contribute to chronic pain in the body for years and years and years. So as a physical therapist, I couldn't just work with people physically. I had to become a hypnotist, do the shamanic training, the energy healing, because I kept asking myself, how could I work with a person, with the whole person, rather than just look at them as muscles, bones, and joints, because that's not all of what we are. And a lot of our pain is actually emotional pain, chronic pain. A lot of it is because of how we believe and how we think. And so if I don't address that aspect as a hypnotist, NLP practitioner, then I'm not really impacting people in the highest way. And I'm really grateful I got to discover that so that I could serve humanity in a larger capacity.
Yeah, which is incredible. So it's really very holistic. And you also will talk also a lot about intuition today, because you totally believe in intuition and your mission.
Yes, my intuition guided me to create this.
So I wrote it down actually, that your mission is to empower individuals to become powerful creators, right? And that actually heal at the speed of sound, which I find really fascinating. So it's going to be lots of fun. Welcome, Michele. And let's jump right in. Can you tell us, because since this is the True You show, can you tell us how you found your true you?
Well, there's a voice inside all of us that I feel is that voice of our intuition. And the more I connected to my heart, I was disconnected from my heart and from my body a lot of the years of my life because I had sexual trauma. And so I feel I shut down from my true self. And I was really operating from a place of woundedness, separation with myself. So as the years have gone by, I feel that the practice of yoga, breathing, asking these questions, how can I serve in a higher way, and really being more present, going to therapy and learning a lot of different things to help me connect to my heart, help me connect to my body, has allowed me to hear the wisdom of my inner voice, my intuition, to guide me to create something new. And so that's been my journey, is really listening. And sometimes I didn't want to listen to what was there and I would ignore it, but then the universe, just pulled the rug right under me and wake me up so that I could come back to honoring my truth, my true self.
How did you manage to do that? Because I think many of our viewers, they find that they have this inner calling, or they find intuitively that there's something else waiting for them, and they're not living their true self yet.
Right. I listen to the signs, I mean, I've done so many different trainings, therapies, healing approaches, but ultimately inside of me, the secret is that I have a willingness, I have a desire to really honor my inner guidance and to live from a place of true, authentic connection. So I lived from the opposite, and I didn't feel fulfilled. I feel I had everything I could ever want on paper, but inside I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I felt empty, and I needed other people. I needed titles to make me feel good about myself. So I was empty inside. I wasn't really getting the love feeling in myself. I was codependent in my relationships. And so from the opposite of intuitive living, I got to suffer a lot, you know, being guided by my ego and defense and protection and fear. And so I had so much suffering that I eventually broke down, and my soul came out more because of all the different healing things I've done. So it has not been an easy thing. I want everybody to know, you know, I've been at this 23 years and I'm 46 now. And just in the last couple of years, honestly, all the hard work has paid off, because I see how powerfully my vibration, my feeling creates and brings into my life different results. So I'm actually living in the matrix, you know, living in this vortex of manifestation, and whatever I feel I'm attracting, it actually is happening now, you know, in my life. And it's not just something I'm reading about or I'm thinking in my head, but actually I feel I'm embodying what I am talking about. And that's really a powerful place to be. It feels great.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, so how, because you're also talking about the importance of connecting to your courageous heart, right? And your intuitive body. Can you
Yeah.
share what you mean by that?
Yes, well, the word courage has the word cur in it, which is heart. And so the way that I live is literally when I do my meditation, in just during the day, I'll take time to massage my heart. You don't need any oil to do this, and just really tune in to my heart and what I wish to create, what my heart is guiding me to. You know, for example, I was questioning a lot whether I wanted to be just dating right now or seek one partner, and I wasn't really feeling either of them. And what I discovered was I've been really wanting to marry myself again and commit to myself and be really, really there for me and make myself a priority. Um, but maybe that wasn't what the programming I was raised to think, that you're supposed to be married at my age and, you know, do things differently. But my heart was saying, Michelle, I really want to just, can we just meditate? Can we take a bath? Can we do things, journal, write your book, you know, nourish yourself. And yes, of course, be open to dating, but it wasn't my priority to meet my husband, you know, or my future man immediately. So I've spent a lot of time really going inside and, okay, is that from fear? Is that coming from a place of fear, not wanting that? Am I ultimately really scared to just open up with one person? And what would that reveal after my long life of things that happened in my life? So going here physically and touching yourself and breathing and expanding, just, we could do this together right now. Everybody just put their hands on their chest and your abdomen and just close your eyes and hold yourself right there and breathe and expand where your hands are. And you can notice, is it easy for me to expand my heart, my belly? Or does my heart feel heavy? Or does my heart feel any constriction or resistance to expanding fully? And simply be the witness of the sensations in your heart, in your stomach area, the physical heart, and then the emotional heart. And so the more we spend time being intimate with ourselves, we get to experience the heart and the power of our hearts. And we go into this heart coherence that mind is called brain heart math. Heart math. There's a place in California they study a lot the brain and the heart. and the heart-brain connection, and how important it is for a person to have heart coherence, where we're integrated. I think of it as integrated. You're in the parasympathetic nervous system state, the calm, relaxed state, where all your intuition will be revealed, all the downloads you want to get. Yet so many of us are living under the sympathetic nervous system state, which is the fight or flight. So if I'm constantly worrying, if anybody there is worrying a lot, or if you are having fear or worries about the future, anxiety, if you're anxious or worrying a lot, you're probably not going to be able to feel your intuitive heart because you're not in calm and peace. So if you want to be more intuitive, the first step is breathe long and slow, and you can inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 8. So you're slowing down your breath and connect to your physical heart. And just be the witness. You don't have to think about anything in those moments. And so the more you are the witness, the observer, you're also creating more of a connection to your intuitive part of you, and basically the feeling part of you. So close your eyes more throughout the day and just check in and feel. And you're strengthening your intuition by doing that.
And how do we, like, let's say people close their eyes and they are afraid, yeah, or they feel that they're totally closed, yeah?
Yeah, so then feel that, be there, and you can open your body. So there's a meditation gift at the end that I'm going to share. You can bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide apart and stretch your arms out. So fear is contraction. Expansion causes release and elongation. So simply having your body expand, your legs, your arms, and laying down puts you in the counter pose to embody fear. So you're embodying love. Love is openness. Love is receptivity. Love is flow. And your body alignment can actually help you come out of the fear. But you don't want to push fear away. You want to embrace your fear, flow your fear, embrace and acknowledge and listen. And okay, thank you, fear. And just flow it. And so what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? What is this fear teaching me? What am I nervous about? And then you can just ask yourself, what do I want to create now? How do I want to feel now? And direct yourself to go towards what you want to create. And it's going to be normal to have fear. We're growing constantly, so it doesn't have to be something negative. So what is your relationship to fear? Is it a positive one? Do you get inspired and motivated by your fear, or do you let your fear contract you and you go in your bed and take a nap and, you know, depress yourself? So your relationship with fear is really important to acknowledge and be aware of. And like for me, I'm writing a book right now and it's called Your Vagina Matters, and so does the rest of you. And I'm scared because that's not the norm word title for a book. However, if I really connect to my heart, that's the words that come out for the title of the book. So I'm going to honor that that's what's true for me. And I don't have to judge it. I don't have to analyze it. I can trust that, as I check in again and again and again, that's what keeps coming up. Okay, God, okay, universe. Okay, I'm listening. We're going to do it. Okay, I'm working on it.
I love it.
So I hired an editor. That has been my biggest fear, is the writing. But you see, I don't feel aligned by ignoring writing the book. I feel now this inspiration, this passion, this enthusiasm, because I hired the editor and he's giving me homework to nourish me writing the book. So that feels true for me. That feels in my integrity. It didn't feel in my integrity to ignore it, to ignore writing, completing the last 10,000 words. So,
I love it, because it's also, you know, it's a great example. It also shows that you really need to stay true to yourself, because then everything will go into flow, and also to stay into flow despite fear, right? Because we'll all have our doubts and our fears coming up once in a while, but as long as we don't block them, but just listen to them and figure out why these thoughts or feelings are here, we can work with it.
And if you do block them, if you do feel blocked, if you feel stuck, the best thing I could say is hug yourself and love yourself, because you're doing your best And you can literally take a pillow and hug a pillow and just be with your fear and, you know, ask yourself, how can I love you more? How can I support you more? How can I help you feel safe again? Because if we're ashamed that we're blocked or stuck, if we are judging ourselves about it, we're just going to make it worse. And your body is going to let you know if you're being too hard on yourself, or if the stuckness is in an unhealthy place. You will manifest something in your body. Trust me, because I work with the body a lot. Your body's going to let you know. Your body doesn't lie. Your body's not going to tolerate you being stuck in fear. It's going to let you know. And so a part of the work I do over the Zoom calls, over the phone, or in person in groups, is teaching people how to actually access that wisdom inside their body, which sometimes the wisdom, the messages we get come out as a disease. So dis-ease is communication of your body expressing out, giving you some type of wisdom that you can then use your intuition and connect. You know, what is my cancer teaching me? What is my low back pain teaching me? What opportunity do I have to grow and get more aligned and in my truth because of what's happening in my body tissues? So it's really amazing how your body doesn't lie. Don't worry if you're feeling blocked. Your body will teach you how to get unblocked by the suffering and the pain. So you get to shine a light on your pain. And then I can definitely guide people to release, process, transmute that pain. And a lot of times it's just because we're holding on to old beliefs, old thoughts, old programming that is just not serving us. So your body's not going to take it. It's saying, nope, we're not going to keep this inside. I got to manifest something to get your attention. And then we can really heal and embrace whatever that opportunity is with that dis-ease. So that's how we look at it in this work.
Yeah, wonderful. So how can we, do you have any other advice? How can we unlimit our beliefs so that we, you know, are more courageous? Do you have any other practical advice for us?
Yeah, to be really conscious of your words. And because the words that you use every single day, every word that comes out of our mouth is a reflection of our beliefs, is a reflection of our thoughts. So be very aware of how you speak and allow every word to be on purpose. And so just little tidbits, take out the word try. If you say, oh, okay, well, I'll try to be on the call for this interview at 5 or whatever time, or I'll try to go to your event, I'll try to call you back. So that word right away is a very heavy, dense word, because if you ever tried to drive a car, tried to turn on a light, you're not actually doing it by trying. And so, or try to make a relationship work, or try to lose weight. So that energy of try, I would throw that one out. It just makes things heavy. And then the other one is saying, well, why did that have to happen? Why did she do that to me? Why did so instead you can be grateful for what you learned from it, and then go to, well, what do I want to create now? How do I want to feel now? And of course, process whatever hurts came up because of whatever happened in the past. But let's go towards what we want to create. And that's going to put you more also in your intuitive brain, because the intuition is the creative part of you. And that's why it's so important to be in a state of wonder and in a state of curiosity more throughout the day. And that brings you more into that intuition, that flow of that information that comes in. So
I love it. I would like to add, actually, for me, what I always have in my mind when I tell myself quite often, I have to, and then I say, no, I want to. So that's the thing for me, because no, I don't have to. Yeah, I just
that just makes things lighter.
Yes.
And recently, my mission today, for example, the message I got today from things that have happened is to be love. When I don't know the answer to something, or I'm confused because I'm not sure what I want to do, let me just be love. Let me be love. And being love is what we are. So what I've come to understand is maybe I've been too much in my thoughts, and that's why I'm not clear. And I can just let go of having to be clear right now. And I can just come back and be love and be grateful, be compassionate, be accepting,
Mhm.
fill up my lungs with oxygen and be in the moment. And I really feel this is key for people that want to be more intuitive, is be present. The only place you're going to be able to feel your intuition is in the present moment. Present moment. Let go of the worry, the anxiety, the having to do, the focusing on the future, or dwelling on the resentment of the past. So this is where in the Alva Love approach, our first step is to really assess, what am I holding?
Mhm.
And then how to process that, integrate, and then what do I want to create?
Mhm.
So the journey we take, and it's all coming from this connection to our body, our intuition, our higher knowing, our hearts, and the breath is a big part of that, because it's always in the moment, your breath.
Yes, yes, it roots you. Yeah, like an anchor. Hmm. How do you? So I guess several of our viewers don't really know at all what they want to do with their lives. Yeah, so they probably are stuck, or they have like a little voice in their head that it can't be it. Yeah, there must be more. What should be the first steps? What advice would you give them apart from being present and listening to your heart?
Yeah, I would ask you to close your eyes, and what do you love to do? What's easy for you? What comes really easy for you that you love to do it? It makes you feel excited. You get really enthusiastic about doing, you're passionate about doing, that nobody has to tell you to do that. You just get motivated to do it yourself. And what do you feel you actually have this pull towards to do and to take action in, that has its own life force? And you may say, I don't know, I'm depressed. I don't feel anything. There's nothing I'm passionate about. I don't like anything. So that's where doing meditation, the heart connection, you can start to release the hardness, the protective shield that you may have that's keeping you from listening to the deeper truth. Because a lot of us, we've built walls, and I'm totally talking about myself here. I'm a Cancer, and I feel, I had trauma in the beginning of my life, and I created this beautiful wall that you can't see, but trust me, no one's going to get in here and get into this little heart of mine. So I would play with people that were not really deep and superficial and emotional, emotional unavailable men, for example, unavailable men, because I was unavailable. So what we can do is we can do much more holding space for ourselves, being intimate with ourselves. This is what I have learned, is to have a practice of massaging myself. I do this and I let myself in to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're feeling you want to have more clarity about your purpose, be with yourself more clearly. And that means close your eyes and just literally get to know your body. Because this body is mostly energy. And guess what? Your soul, all the answers are flowing in this amazing electric body of yours. So everything that you're looking for is inside you. So why not rub, love, touch, caress, get to know? And the heart is where we have the most electromagnetically charged organ. So you're going to get the most feeling going here. So I hope that answered your question. Mm-hmm.
How long would you suggest to do this? Should we do, for instance, the heart massage?
Let's just say you don't have a lot of time. So 5 minutes, can you make a commitment? 5 minutes, put it on your timer. And if you can, before you go to sleep, you could do this before you go to sleep, and just, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. How are you feeling? So you're being intimate with yourself. Intimacy with yourself creates intimacy with everyone. Your ability to feel more everyone, because you're feeling more yourself. And that's a part of intuition, is sensing, feeling. So some of us, there's pain in there. Maybe our parents left or divorced, or they fought, or they abused us, or someone. And so a lot of us we're like, hell no, I don't want to have intimacy. I don't want to feel my heart. I'm hurting, and let me just keep avoiding and be in my head, be anxious, be depressed, be stuck in my head. So that's what happens a lot, is a lot of us are from here, we're separated. We're way too much thinking, not enough in the heart. So it takes a lot of courage to be in the heart. and willingness and commitment. So eventually, I feel, you know, instead of giving somebody a drug for depression only, what if we made it normal for everyone, even at school? Like, okay, kids, let's take 5 minutes to energize our heart connection so that we can come from the heart. Our soul connection is our heart connection. And so, as a physical therapist, you know, when I was practicing years ago, I would think to myself, I really want to teach people these things, but that's not what I'm supposed to do, you know. But for somebody with pain that has back pain, a lot of back pain is I'm not supporting myself. So I felt like I was doing a disservice by not having them connect to their soul, to their heart. But who's going to do that? Who is the professional that teaches you that?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go to learn to listen to your heart and your soul and live a passionate life? Where do we learn that? So that's where now I'm like, that's the best thing I could ever teach somebody, is how to be passionate and joyful and orgasmic and ecstatic and just alive. Because then everything just comes so much easier when we're that way. And you don't have any pain anymore because your body's like, I have nothing to teach you. I have nothing to tell you because you're great. Like, you're feeling great. Just keep being love, keep being love. And so everything is cured, everything is healed when we truly, truly embrace the love that we've been all along.
Mm-hmm.
And stop lying to ourselves that we're not enough, worthy, you know, all those lies that we feed ourselves based on our childhood programming, you know. So when we come back to the light, your body's just like a Christmas tree, you know, it's just,
I love it, the Christmas tree. So what advice would you have for people? It's all about advice here today. What advice do you have for people? Because I'm just thinking about one client who I told, you know, look in the mirror every day and be nice to yourself. Tell yourself 3 or 5 nice things you did today. And she said, I can't, I could never tell myself I love myself. And it was even too hard for her to say I like myself. What advice for people like her?
So looking in the mirror, the very first thing is to just be like a video camera and do your best not to judge, analyze, or criticize yourself. Look at yourself, be curious, look at your eyes, and you're just looking and seeing what comes up. And be honest, let the authentic you come out. So for example, a judgmental you might pop in and criticize your nose or your eyes. So let that happen and then breathe in. I choose to love myself regardless of what judgments I've had for years. So you can decide in the present moment consciously what you want to create. So I'm deciding today to forgive myself for thinking my nose was too big or not liking my curly hair. I can decide right now how I want to relate with myself. But then let's just say that you're angry because you have a zit on your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to just let whatever is there come up instead of hiding what's there, which is what a lot of us do. We hide that we don't like a certain part of our body, or we are ashamed that we're criticizing a part of ourselves. And what that does is it creates tension in your body, and you're not going to feel the flow of love because you're criticizing, you're analyzing. So the very first place is to embrace the criticizer, welcome the analyzer, and love that part of you that is doing her best, that maybe your parents were really critical of you, or for whatever reason, you started to criticize yourself. So don't be hard on yourself about whatever it is that you feel when you look in the mirror. That's where you're at right now, but you can create something different. That's how powerful you are. And you can have a more loving relationship with yourself. It's your decision. You're in charge of it. And maybe you did not know how negative it was, or you didn't know how criticizing yourself really could hurt you. Maybe you didn't know that. And so now you know that that makes you feel like crap, that now you can create something different and start to just be intimate with the negative person you and welcome her. And just, that's what you learned. I love you. I know you've been negative and it's feeling like shit. So can we please be open to connecting in a different way? And then what would that feel like if I was more loving? So don't push away your shamed parts or your judgmental parts. all of us have some type of judgment we're doing on some level. You're not alone. I was very critical of myself and judgmental. Nothing was ever good enough. No one was ever good enough. That's been my unworthiness theme in my life. And so today I hug a pillow. I get in touch with that unworthy Michele, I nourish her, and I ask her, how can I love you more? A lot of it is giving back to myself. I used to give to everyone else and overgive. And it was coming from a place of me not feeling worthy, that I'm enough just being myself here sitting. I have to massage you, or let me give you an advice, you know. So today I feel I could just sit wherever and I'm complete, you know. I'm enough, and that's it. So living from this place of I'm embraced, I'm enough, I'm worthy, is so much more relaxing than I better go say that so that they'll love me, or trying to get love from somebody where it's never going to be found.
I think that's the ultimate goal, right? To be to love yourself and be kind to yourself and be enough, and know that you are enough. I think when you've reached that, nothing bad can happen to you, because you know you can handle it, because you know you're enough, right?
Yes, and to love the unworthy you, to love the part of you that is so not ready to love herself completely. That's the new wisdom of me, is I love all of myself, even the insecure, even the part that I don't even want anybody to know, which pretty much I'm an open book. But the more I embrace all of those flaws, you know, it feels good. It's
Yeah.
like, because we are, like you said, we are truth. So the more you're truthful with whatever it is that you've been ashamed or hiding, you are actually being authentic by being real about your untruth. It's so amazing.
Yeah, it all falls into place then. Yeah. Michele, we are unfortunately already coming to the end. I know you also have a free gift for our audience, right? Would you like to?
I'm so excited to have created this beautiful audio meditation that you all get to process and release the weight of your past. If you are holding on to any trapped emotions of resentment, bitterness, guilt, shame, blame, as we were talking a lot today, and you actually want to close your eyes, lay on your bed, and just embody release, that's what I'm going to guide you on this 20-minute audio. And you can put a headset on, and I highly recommend you share it. If you benefit from it, write to me, let me know how you benefit from it, give me feedback, or if there's other topics that you want me to create meditations about. I personally feel we're not talking enough about how we are holding so much years of pain in our bodies, and we're just giving people medication for pain, when you could just release it by releasing your trauma of whatever it was in the past in seconds. It just goes like this. So this is a part of my mission, is really to educate people and empower them that you're your greatest source of release and freedom. And those 20 minutes, you're going to experience that as soon as you download it. So I'm so excited to share that.
Awesome.
Thank you for the opportunity, Alexandra. And thank you everyone for joining us today. And I can't wait for tomorrow in the next video.
Yes, thanks so much, Michele. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for all your insights and your experience, for sharing all of this, and also for your great gift. I can't wait to listen to the meditation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone else also for watching. You know, I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful and empowered day. Don't forget to believe in yourself and to love the whole of you. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow at the next episode of The True You Show. Take good care of yourself. All the best. Bye. Bye, Michele. Bye.